Okay, greetings, brothers and sisters. This brother Eli L coming at you from Baltimore, Maryland. Today I want to talk to you. I told you on the last video that I will begin a series of videos in which I will, start addressing some certain ideas about how to maneuver and what you should do in certain hostile situations, like a wartime situation, in case, let's say that they come into urban. See, I can only really, you know what I mean? I can only address urban and suburban, you know what I mean, populations, you know what I mean, because that's what I'm familiar with. Okay, in all my videos that I talk to you from, there are no notes. I'm just telling you from my hip, just giving it to you straight from my hip, right? So, it's just the knowledge that I've, acquired based on, being a street nigga. You know what I mean? Um, a little bit of knowledge I've got from hustling. You know what I'm saying? A little knowledge I got from educating myself as far as like documentaries and things of that nature, and reading and studying history. Okay, which are the best history. History is the best source of information if you're trying to figure out and learn about how to operate as a guerrilla unit. Okay, and listen, guerrilla warfare is the most effective tool when you're dealing with a small group versus a larger group. Okay, you have to use guerrilla strategies. All right, so it's very important that you study guerrilla generals, the great ones, you know what I mean, such as Che Guevara. All right, everybody, we went through this little fad with this Che Guevara thing with the T-shirts and all that type of shit, and motherfuckers just jumped on board and don't even know nothing about the man. They jumped on board, don't know nothing about what he did, who the fuck he was, you know what I mean, his life, you know what I mean, and how he got his start and how the fuck he ended up. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm not gonna tell you all that right here, but go out and find out, man, because he was a remarkable man. Hannibal Barca, another one who went up and defeated Rome. A lot of you guys know about Hannibal. You know what I mean? Who else? You got Fidel Castro, who really he made his name off of Che. You know what I'm saying? Che did all the work for real. You know what I'm saying? As far as like making Fidel who the fuck he was. You know what I'm saying? Sun Tzu. He's another one. You know what I mean? These three individuals, you know what I mean? Hannibal, Che, and Sun Tzu, they definitely are a mandatory study. You know what I'm saying? For all so-called black revolutionaries. You know what I mean? Who plan on defending themselves. Okay? Because that's really all we can do is defend ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Um, but in that time of defending yourself, you can make some serious gains, and you can win some serious battles. And like I told you in the last video, you don't have to win. You just have to put up a good fight. Okay? A good fight. Because let me tell you something about Europeans, all right? Europeans respect violence. They respect war. Okay? And that classify themselves as sociopaths. Okay? They are devoid of empathy. They are devoid of guilt. They are devoid of remorse. Okay? They do not have no kind of hangups about killing a motherfucker to obtain what they want. Okay? They will take that shit to levels that no other group will take shit. And the groups that like the groups that have begun to operate on that same level are doing it simply out of a means to survive, based on the motherfucking threat that the European poses on the planet. You understand that shit? So we too have to respond to that call, you know, accordingly. Accordingly. We should have been begun uh the production and manufacturing of weapons, okay? Long time ago. Because it is weapons, all right, that gives you leverage in this game, all right, on the world stage. It's weaponry that gives you leverage and respect on the world stage. It's weapons that get you a sit down with motherfuckers like Barack Obama, and in which you have them in a position in which they want to negotiate. Okay, but of course, when you go to these type meetings, know that everything that come out their mouth is lies. Okay, don't fall for none of the bullshit. You only there just to gain information out their ass. Period. Let them do the motherfucking talking, and you just nod your goddamn head, yay or nay. You dig what I'm saying? But you there just to gain information, because at that point, they're Goliath and you're just David. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we know. So since we failed to get into the business of manufacturing and producing weapons as a people, well, shit, we failed to recognize ourselves as a people, let alone begin to produce munitions and shit like that in order to defend ourselves and give ourselves some kind of like respect and leverage on the world stage. But like, let's just say, starting from this point here, okay, you have to begin, all right, to collect weapons. You must become gun collectors. Okay, become obsessive with that shit. All right, know all the goddamn makes and models and shit. Because let me tell you this too. When you are in those type of war type situations, all right, and I'm talking about urban hostile engagement from the adversary. Okay, them coming into your goddamn neighborhoods to do door-to-door gun confiscations, and know that when they do those door-to-door gun confiscations, they also going to be conducting roundups simultaneously. And if you're paying close enough attention, if you have your goddamn finger on the pulse of what's happening, you should be able to detect very early on what's coming down the motherfucking pipe. Okay? You can't be so hung up on motherfucking Google Plus and posting memes and shit like that you do not have your finger on the pulse of what the fuck is going on, especially concerning your people. Alright? And I don't give a fuck if you live in a rural area and not in the urban dense area, you still should be able to have a gauge on what the fuck is taking place with your people. Because know this shit. The benefits of moving solo as opposed to larger groups, do not be part of no large group. Okay? Especially when this shit begins to take place. I prescribe that you don't be a part of no large group, period. Shit like that ISUPK shit and them other little Hebrew groups and shit. First of all, Israel, us as a people, Zion, Israel, okay, we're comprised of tribes. We ain't comprised of no goddamn groups. I was talking to one of the dudes before, and he asked me, the first fucking thing he asked me, not even fucking 2 minutes in the conversation, was, who you with? Who you with? And, it didn't register in my head what the fuck he was talking about at first. You know what I'm saying? But then later, after I left him and shit, it dawned on me that this nigga was kind of like asking me, like, in the same way gangsters ask each other, what set you from or some shit. You dig what I'm saying? And this is how fucked up this motherfucking organization and the goddamn individuals that they pick as leaders. I have not seen none of them motherfuckers that's qualified or fit enough to lead a motherfucker like me. You dig what I'm saying? I've come across few men that I would even give the homage of calling themselves my leader. You understand what I'm saying? And there's been plenty who have. Out like Rap Brown, he could lead me. You understand what I'm saying? Stokely couldn't lead me because Stokely was not willing to Stokely talk a good talk, but then in his talk he also threw in hints that he wasn't really willing to put in motion some of the shit he was talking about. Like, I don't really think he was willing to, actually go out and kill, for his beliefs. I think he was the type that would constantly be trying to negotiate for the next goddamn 10, 20 years. You know what I'm saying? And those, though, the word negotiate can sometimes just be a motherfucking acquiescence term for like stalling, for stalling motherfucking engagement, armed engagement. You know what I'm saying? If we can negotiate with these motherfuckers and keep negotiations on the table forever, ever, we can keep these motherfuckers hopefully off our back and also never have to engage these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Because really, I'm scared to engage these motherfuckers. And that's kind of how Stokely, you know what I mean, came off to me. Because you got to remember, this nigga was part of SNCC, you know, the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. Okay? So, proof is in the goddamn name of the organization right there. This is how he got his goddamn beginnings. This is his foundation. So his foundation is nonviolence. You gotta understand that shit. Alright? No matter what the fuck he say in his speeches. Alright? That is his roots. That is his foundation. And that's pretty much what the fuck he stands on. Alright? He rode with Martin. But Martin, you know what I'm saying, due to time, place, and circumstances had begun to change his motherfucking mind on all that nonviolent shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think I posted one of his quotes, you know what I'm saying, that, we tried to, conduct a peaceful revolution with all our hearts. You know what I'm saying? But those who seek to make a peaceful revolution impossible, will only, be successful in making a violent revolution inevitable. You know what I'm saying? It was something to terms like that. You know what I mean? So, back to what I'm saying, stay single, stay in small groups. And when I say groups, I'm talking about 3 of y'all. You know what I'm saying? 3 of y'all. And let me tell you the benefits of being by yourself. All right? First of all right, the masses of our people aren't prepared. You know what I mean? The masses of our people don't have a clue what the fuck is going on. The masses of our people aren't going to know what the fuck to do when the shit goes down. Alright? There's a saying that there's 3 type of people. Those who make things happen, those who watch things happen, and those who wonder what the fuck just happened. And unfortunately, most of our people fit into the last category. They don't know what the fuck is happening. And Steve Coakley always said, know the goal point. And that's what I was talking about when I told you keeping your finger on the pulse of the time. What the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? You have to watch world news. You have to watch on Sundays those programs like Face the Nation. Watch that shit. You have to hear what these motherfuckers are very arrogant nowadays. You know what I mean? They have gotten their new world order. You know what I mean? They feel that they way beyond the point of no return. In fact, that shit was celebrated when? In some shit like that shit was celebrated pretty much when at the end of the Clinton at the 9/11 at the 9/11. You know what I'm saying? At 9/11, they was able to put in the pieces. You know what I mean? It's not done yet because they still have to deal with their conquering of the Islamic State. All right, that is their final goddamn goal. Is the conquering of the Islamic State. After that, you will have the introduction of the Antichrist. All right? Know that shit. So they still want to deal with Syria, and then they still want to move on Iran. In that order. All right? In that order. And listen to me closely. Hillary will be your next president. Make no mistakes about it, right? And this bitch has shown over the last fucking 40 years that she got balls. Balls like a motherfucker, okay? Her balls is bigger than some of them men's balls that's walking around on Capitol Hill. Know that shit, alright? This bitch got balls. She is willing to do any motherfucking thing she's told to do, no matter how motherfucking ugly shit might get, no matter what the fuck motherfuckers will say or think about her, she don't give a fuck. She has a thirst and a propensity to leave a legacy behind. She has a thirst and propensity for violence. Remember, this is the daughter of a Chicago gangster. Her dad was a gangster. She grew up as a young girl underneath gangster ideologies, gangster tactics. She sees heard conversations that her dad has had. She's seen motherfucking work that her dad has put in and had put in on his behalf. You understand that shit? And this is how she was groomed coming up as a fucking child. You dig? As a child. So then when she got with her husband Bill, you know what I mean? And with the whole governor shit, that's when she began to start exercising her motherfucking gangsterism and shit. Have motherfuckers killed. Vince Foster. This bitch doesn't have about 30 motherfuckers killed. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Check out a dude named Larry Elder, who was their hitman for years. And then Larry, I don't know what the fuck they did to Larry, but they pissed that motherfucker off some type way because he started coming out telling all they shit. All they shit. The bitch is a lesbian, stone cold, hardcore lesbian. You know what I mean? Own him up, but she also a freak. Chelsea is not fucking Bill's daughter. She had Chelsea with that other motherfucker. I forgot his name, but you can go on the internet, on YouTube, and look that shit up. Who Chelsea that is, and when you see a picture of the motherfucker, it's his daughter. He can't deny that shit. He spit the bitch out. You know what I mean? But Bill raised her as his daughter. You know what I mean? Because this nigga going around screwing everything too. This nigga got a black son by a prostitute. You know what I mean? I don't even know what I mean. Y'all know that shit. But all that shit is available. It's common knowledge for those who know. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm going to tell you this. Man, if you thought Bush was scary, okay, wait until this bitch get in here. This bitch get in here, listen, she is not short of beginning motherfucking reform of welfare, of entitlement programs, and introducing the microchip shit as far as radio frequency implant devices on entitlement program recipients such as welfare and WIC and shit like that. Because listen, they already have the crisis created event, all right, in motion, saying that the system is flawed, and right, and that what they call that shit, wealth, and that fraud exists throughout the system. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers selling their food stamps and all that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers getting food stamps in New York, and then, having a Pennsylvania address, going down there and applying for food stamps in Pennsylvania, you know what I mean, and getting benefits from both states simultaneously. You know what I mean? And this is the type of shit they going to use to push the event. You know what I mean? This is called crisis creation. I told y'all that shit a long time ago. All right? And they're going to use this type of shit. Now, let me tell you about welfare recipients. Their motherfucking existence and welfare, just like the fucking word says, depends on the generosity of the cracker. Because unfortunately, we have not seized control of our existence in the form of producing the things that we need in order to survive. Okay, we have no agricultural programs, okay, to feed our people. We have no black farmers and black canneries and distributions, you know what I mean, businesses set up in which the black farmers will produce the motherfucking foods for specific black businesses who will buy it from the farmer, even if it has to be on what they call that shit, on the arm. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? Even if the farmers had to get the people the shit on the arm, you know what I mean? And just like the foods, like the what you call that shit? The card system, the food stamp card system, in 4 to 6 months down the line, they'll receive their money, but once they start receiving the money, they rolling. You know what I mean? But you have to give the distributors enough time to begin to start distributing the shit and for them to receive funds for them to pay the farmers. You know what I'm trying to say, right? How business operates. So, you know what I mean? But we failed to do that shit. You know what I mean? And there's enough black consumers alone in this country. It's supposed to be something like 40. Well, I remember it used to be 40 million of us. Now I'm hearing numbers like 35 and 32. Our numbers are dropping. They are not going up. Okay? At one point they was going up, but now they're dropping. And why are they dropping? They dropping because of shit like homosexual agendas, convincing young people to be gay and not producing the 2 kids they would have produced had they been straight. They dropping due to things such as like GMOs, fucking up the food and shit, gluten and all that kind of shit. And it's something about that word gluten that just reminds you of a glutton, right? A motherfucker that just, gluten causes you to always be hungry. and it's in all the foods. So you're always hungry. You can eat a shitload of shit and you still feel hungry. That's gluten. And it seems like that it's synonymous with the word glutton, okay? Which is a motherfucking pig. You know what I mean? Somebody that just pigs out constantly. You know what I mean? You know, and that shit causes diabetes and cancer in motherfuckers, which is shortening our lifespans. You know what I'm saying? So if our death rate is faster than our reproduction rate, then you're gonna have a drop in the population. You know what I mean? You know, shit like that, man. You motherfuckers know, man. You know what I mean? So, and man, I'm telling you, get this information now, because in my city, man, listen, our people are dead as a motherfucker. You know how many times I had to battle motherfucking people? I had sisters. Oh, girl, that's why I wear my headphones. I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? You got them like that. I know, girl. Typical hoes. All they give a fuck about is screwing. What nigga got some money? You know how that shit go. But listen to me. It's millions of them types. It's millions of them types. And the sisters who see a motherfucker like me as strong, you know what I mean, are few to none. Are few to none. I tell the sister, you know what I'm saying? You saying all that shit, a nigga like me, I will die to protect you and your children. I don't even have children. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have children. I don't even have an heir. I really, in all due respect, I don't even need to be concerned with the existence of black people, of my babies, because I ain't got no kids. Yeah, I labor relentlessly, y'all, relentlessly out here in Baltimore City every motherfucking day. Every motherfucking day. The shit you hear me talking right now, I'm talking that shit every motherfucking day. If I got your ass, especially on a bus or a subway car, shit, I'm pacing up and down the motherfucking aisles, preaching. Now, I guess you can call it preacher, because the word preacher do not insult me. My granddaddy was a preacher. You dig? Solomon, they called him the preacher. You understand that shit? And he was the wisest man who ever lived, they say. So, them terms, them little insultive one word terms, they bounce off me. I don't pay that shit no mind. I got a motherfucking job to do. You know what I mean? I found myself in motherfucking penitentiaries and in motherfucking psych wards, and I asked God, I begged the Lord, if you please just get me out here, Lord, I will not waste my talent no longer. You know what I mean? So, after I finish, preaching, so they say, I say to myself that, and are you pleased with me, Lord? I kept my promise, Lord. You know what I mean? Because all I'm trying to do, y'all, is balance my sins, love my people, ensure that we survive. You know what I mean? And if there is a heaven, I'd like to make it there. You know what I mean? And that's all I'm concerned with. You know what I mean? And making my mama proud, because my mama, you know what I mean, she saw me caught up in the drug addiction and the streets and shit most of her life. You know what I'm saying? And thank God that when she died, I was clean. I wasn't doing no drugs or nothing, and I was doing some good stuff when my mama died. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's kind of why she kind of let go and let herself go ahead and pass on, because I think she, at that particular time, she said, well, the nigga look like he gonna be all right, because I'm the only child. I had no siblings, and right now as I speak, I have nobody, y'all. Y'all need to understand that shit. My mother and father's dead. I have no children. I had no brothers and sisters. I had no family at all. You understand what I'm saying? My people are my family. You dig? My people are my family. So whenever I come across individuals, you know what I mean, that I connect with or whatever, you know what I mean, I treat them as, you know what I mean, the family I never had. And some of you individuals out there on Google Plus, I'm pretty fond of y'all, you know what I mean? And we built some, somewhat of a little bit of, I wouldn't call it a relationship, but we built some repertoire with each other. You dig what I'm saying? A little chemistry or whatever. We see shit eye to eye. We kind of believe in the same things, whatever. And, it's good to have that kind of thing, because, human beings are social individuals. You know what I mean? Even if you're in prison, check this out. This is what some of y'all might not have never been in prison, though. Don't know. If you're in prison, right, and they put you in solitary, you know what I mean? Do you know that every other day, okay, like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you know what I'm saying? Every other day, a psychiatrist will come past your cell and talk to you for like 2 minutes. And if you have an issue, longer, because they had to come and check with you to make sure. And the first thing they say, "Are you all right?" You know what I mean? This, that, and other. Because listen, isolation will do shit to the human brain. Okay, isolation will fuck human beings up. It will drive them mad, literally. Okay, and because we're creatures of habit, we're social. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not really healthy as an individual to be isolated or by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because some type of mental damage can be done. All right. So back to what I was telling you about. Get a sip of water. Turn this fire off because I ain't even cooked anymore in my mouth. Back to what I'm saying about the benefits of moving individual. All right. First of all, whenever listen, when the shit pops off, you're gonna have motherfuckers running around like in riot type fashion. All right. Their initial goal is going to be to round up, the groups, right? They're not going to waste manpower and resources trying to pick up one or two motherfuckers. But what they will do is, before they make their major move to kick off motherfuckers going in the streets, right? And I'm gonna tell you what type of things will kick those type of responses off from the people. All right. Because unfortunately, slapping black people don't trigger no response out of them. You know what I mean? You have to smack them with a goddamn baseball bat. You know what I mean? For us to fucking, to get some disruption out of us. Because we've been so used to fucking bowing down, bending over, and spreading our own ass cheeks for the white man. You know what I'm saying? We done got used to his goddamn dick being halfway in our ass. But we ain't felt the full motherfucking length of his dick yet. But you gonna feel it. You understand what I'm saying? And that's where the Bible and Revelations get to talking about weeping and gnashing of teeth. And motherfuckers, crying and suffering, starving and shit like that. Because in any type of war type situation, the first motherfucking thing you gonna do is cut off all kind of cut off the supply line. You know what I'm saying? So you niggas gonna have to know how to rob trains. You know what I mean? Fucking trains. Listen, all the other people gonna be running to some goddamn supermarkets, trying to loot supermarkets and all that shit. Do not be a part of that shit. If you fucking prepare right now and start saving some goddamn food, you ain't gotta be caught up in all that mayhem. And see, that's the shit you need as far as distractionary shit. Let the people who didn't prepare, let the people who stupid as a motherfucker, who ignored, you know what I mean, all the lessons you tried to give them and shit like that. Let them motherfuckers be caught up out there and shit, running around like chickens with their motherfucking head cut off, and use them as distractionary agents so that you can get some shit done as far as like hitting some targets that will provide some type of strategy and resources. That's all the fuck you should be concerned about. So start saving medication, food, and water. And I told you before, water is essential. The human body can live longer, you know what I'm saying, without food than it can without water. You know what I mean? I think you can go like I think the longest that's been gone without food is like 3 to 4 weeks without food. Okay? But you can only go some shit like maybe like a week without water. You can only go like 5, 6, 7 days without water. You know what I'm saying? And you if you don't believe me, Google that shit. Google that shit. You know what I'm saying? One thing for sure, two things for certain. I don't talk about shit I don't know about. Alright? You can go, I believe it's like 3 or 4. The longest motherfucker I think they said that went without food was Mahatma Gandhi, and he went something like 4 weeks. I think he got the Guinness Book of World Records for that shit too. You know what I mean? As far as like a hunger strike. Going without food. 4 weeks. So that's like a month. You know what I'm saying? It's like a month. You know what I mean? What else I was gonna say? So yeah, so move as an individual, you know what I'm saying? Because they would be so busy, you know what I mean, caught up with trying to round up these groups and trying to stop crime from taking place in these large masses of groups. And that's where, you can pretty much count on 99% of their manpower being focused at, which will leave you freely to operate as an individual. You dig what I'm saying? You should have dense forestry areas already mapped out in your mind. And if you have a paper map, strategize or whatever, where, okay, in the event of this shit popping off, my ultimate goal is to make it here. Okay? But in between here, you know what I mean? To get there may take me, you know what I'm saying? Let's say 10 days, 20 days on foot. Okay? On foot. Alright? So say for instance, your plan might be to fucking commandeer a boat. You might want to commandeer a boat and sail away to some motherfucking island some goddamn way. Who fuck knows? You know what I'm saying? Because if you got your finger, like I said, on the pulse of what the fuck is going on the world stage and not just nationally, you know what I'm saying? You may know that shit over there in motherfucking over the Virgin Islands, they ain't fucking with nobody right now. And perhaps I can lay there for a few more months and plan my next motherfucking move. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But in order to do that, you're going to need a boat. So, you may already have an idea or may decide to seeking information on where can I commandeer a boat? Where are some docks around and shit like that? Do I have the skills to navigate a boat to the Virgin Islands? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. And these things you can learn, man. You can teach yourself. All you think I fucking know, I'm self-educated on. Ain't nobody fucking body teach me this shit. I gave myself a Harvard degree. You hear what the fuck I'm saying? A Harvard, Yale, Princeton, hell yeah, degree my goddamn self. You know what I mean? And I know I can stand toe to toe on any kind of especially in the field of sociology. You know what I mean? Especially in the field of sociology, I can stand toe to toe with any motherfucking professor. I'm sure I could teach a college course on sociology. I can fucking literally, write out a goddamn 7-8 month curriculum on sociology. You know what I mean? I can do this shit. So, and these type of things I'm saying, you can do this shit. Check this out, man. I'm just a gold tooth nigga from Baltimore. They sold drugs, used drugs, and all that shit. Ain't nothing special about me, man. Only thing that's pretty much I can say unique about me is this. I surrendered and turned myself over to, my higher power or whatever, right? And like Yeshua said, I choose to do the will of the Father. You know what I mean? I choose to do the will of the Father. And it is from him in which my strength comes from. But at the same time, the consequences, repercussion of choosing to make myself a living sacrifice for my people is that I will die by the hands of my people. Okay? Either directly or indirectly. And by indirectly, I mean by way of snitching. Motherfucker telling on me, compromising what the fuck I'm doing or my location. You understand what I'm saying? That I may have tried. That's the second other thing I want to tell you about. The benefits of of maneuvering and moving around as an individual. And that's compromise. Compromise. Because I'm going to tell you this shit. The more motherfuckers you got with you, the more you increase your chances of being caught due to compromise. One of the motherfuckers get caught. They get tortured. Alright? They get tortured. They get taken to a motherfucking camp. You know what I mean? They may even get, and then some of the motherfuckers in those type situations, they don't know what to do. Listen, you gonna have a lot of niggas out here who are gonna talk a good talk. And they gonna talk all kinds of shit that they fucking super revolutionary nigga. You dig what I'm saying? But because they never ever been on the street, they never been interrogated by police, they never been beaten by police, they never been in the prison type setting before, which usually a first timer is going to be afraid because they operating off of all kinds of motherfucking myths and mythologies and shit as to what they heard prison is about. Okay? And they don't want to go. You know what I'm saying? So they will then begin to use the information that they have as bargaining tools to try to avoid the inevitable. Because check this out. Most motherfuckers I know that snitch on a motherfucker, they go to jail any motherfucking way. Okay? You going anyway. You only snitching to reduce time. So you're not dodging no bullets. You know what I'm saying? And like I told you before, whenever you in negotiations, that include interrogations with crackers, do not believe nothing they say. Shut the fuck up, let them talk, nod your goddamn head, yeah or nay, and pretty much don't fucking bend, move, stay, keep your goddamn feet together and stand on that goddamn dot you standing on, nigga, and don't move. Don't breathe too hard, motherfucker. Just shut the fuck up, be still, learn what you can learn from them, and just face whatever the fuck come down the pipe. And at all times, fight them motherfuckers physically. You know what I'm saying? You know, every time they try to cuff you, fight them motherfuckers. Every time they try to transport you from point A to point B, fight them motherfuckers. You understand what I'm saying? Because listen, man, especially in this wartime shit, death is inevitable. Death is inevitable. All right? And I'm going to tell you this. You'd be surprised at what kind of holes you can open up by resistance. Physical resistance. Fighting these motherfuckers. Because some motherfuckers just can't fight. Some motherfuckers you just, you get the best of. Even motherfuckers that should have whipped your ass. You don't know what kind of blessing God may open up for you. You know, you might get up under his legs and just stand the fuck up. And next thing you know, he going up in the air and slamming to the ground. You know, shit like that. I've done that to police. You know what I mean? Where I'm tussling with these motherfuckers. I've tussled with 3 of them motherfuckers before trying to get me into a paddy wagon. Right? And I don't know, the Lord was with me, angels was with me, or what the fuck. I'm throwing these motherfuckers all over the place to the point, now the law is my witness. I'm not telling you no lie. To the point these motherfuckers negotiated with me on going to the goddamn, for me to voluntarily step into the wagon without their goddamn assistance. Believe that shit. And these are the type of things that will happen, man, because know this shit. When the shit is going to go down, you will have assistance from the Most High, especially if you tuned into the Most High, okay? And you have done some labor on his behalf. He will not forsake you, all right? He will not forsake you. But still, at the same time, know that every man dies, man. Nobody's going to fucking dodge death. Death is inevitable. You know what I mean? That's the only thing we know for sure about life is death. Everything else is a goddamn belief, okay? So the only thing I'm certain about life is death. Alright? Know that shit. And just punking out and being a bitch and telling on motherfuckers and staying out of the fight. None of that shit is gonna fucking keep you alive for immortality. It's not. You're still gonna die, motherfucker. So you might as well die, man. And that's why I love that saying, blessed are those that struggle for oppression is worse than the grave. For it's better to live and die fighting than to live and die a slave. You know what I'm saying? I love that saying. You know, that means fight, goddammit. Because you're going to die any motherfucking way. As all men do. As all men do. Even our Lord and Savior died on the cross. Okay? Hung him from a tree. You know, they got a long tradition of hanging niggas from wood. Know that shit. You know, when they killed Yeshua, 2015, roughly 2015 years ago. So they got a 2015 year long tradition of hanging motherfuckers from wood. Hanging niggas from trees, from wood, from pieces of wood, whether it be a cross or a tree. Shit. Telephone poles, they used to do that shit too. You know what I mean? Same shit. They just something about they like seeing niggas dangling from goddamn wood. You know? Because I told you, they sociopaths, devoid of empathy, devoid of remorse, devoid of guilt. You know what I'm saying? In fact, in the motherfucking Bohemian Grove, they have a ceremony called the cremation of care. Cremation of care. What does cremate mean? To burn, to destroy, right? They're destroying their empathy. They're destroying their guilt. They're freeing themselves of care for what the fuck they're doing to the world. Okay? It's like some kind of like self, like when, you know, they go to, like that shit with confession in the Catholic Church. You go there, you tell another, you know, one cracker tells another cracker, or in some cases, you know, some nigga tells another cracker, you know, what the fuck he did wrong, and then this cracker's supposed to have the authority to absolve him of what the fuck he did wrong. Fuck no. Because the motherfucking duat, you know, for those who know anything about, you know, comedic afterlife, the motherfucking duat says that you still gonna have to face assault. You know what I mean? You still gonna have to face God for judgment. In the Holy Quran, it says that if you know that on that day, your motherfucking body parts will testify against your ass. Your own body. Like your motherfucking hands will speak against you as to what they have done. Your mouth will speak to the charges to what it has done. And so on and so forth. You dig? So yeah, So that's how this shit goes. So man, yeah, try to stay as individuals. You know what I mean? When operating in that day and time, okay? Because there's a lot of great benefits in that shit. You know what I mean? Use dense forestry reasons to give you cover. If you start fires, dig a pit first. Dig a little hole first. Put the fire in a hole. And that's because, you know what I mean, once you put out the fire, you want to cover that shit up. Because listen, if they do begin to track you in the woods and shit, you know what I mean, you can't be leaving behind shit like matchbook, any kind of trash or garbage and shit like that. Yo, you have to pick up everything. You smoke a goddamn cigarette butt. You have to fucking dispose of that shit appropriately. Bury that shit. You have to bury trash, bury garbage and shit like that. Bury feces. You can't, you have to piss and you have to dig a little hole to piss in and cover that shit up. You know what I'm saying? Because if they bring dogs, they're going to smell the urine. You understand what I'm saying? You have to think about all that kind of shit. And then you have to be able to understand how to use shit like this distractionary tools. Leave a little, have two maps. You need one map to throw motherfuckers off, and then you need another map that you need, in order to maneuver. So if you feel as though these motherfuckers are getting close, you would leave behind intentionally a map with some shit circled, throwing them off in the opposite direction than which you're trying to go. You know what I mean? And shit like that. You know what I mean? You have to know where water at all times. You know what I'm saying? Don't go into areas in which there will be crackers, okay? Because you don't want to bump into. You need to know where crackers are too. Because I'm gonna tell you, 90% of gun owners in this country are motherfucking white males, 30 and over. So you don't want to be working your way towards areas where you'll bump into them motherfuckers because listen, just like in the movie The Purge, when that shit pop off, they're gonna, just due to their motherfucking appetite and thirst to kill niggas, they're going to be grabbing their guns, calling themselves operating as some kind of like deputy type posse or some shit. You know what I mean? Just really getting their goddamn adrenaline up and getting their thrills off, catching nigga where they really ain't operating off of no kind of motherfucking authority, not government, local, or nothing. They just done, hey Bubba, get the boys, we gonna go catch some motherfucking niggas. You know how they is. You know what I mean? And that's just what the fuck they do. Get the dogs, Bubba. We gonna catch some niggas. Just for motherfucking fun. Just for fun. Just for fun. You can, if you know where motherfucking horses at, or a racetrack at near you, stables and shit, commandeer a horse. You know what I mean? That's a serious, great form of transportation. You know what I mean? You don't need no goddamn gasoline. All this motherfucker need to do is graze in the grass. You know what I mean? So, commandeer a horse. You know what I mean? You have to think, listen, man. Yo, you cannot afford to be lazy-minded or go at this shit half-cocked. You know what I mean? Half-cocked. When I say prepare, motherfucker, I mean that shit, prepare. And I'm trying to teach you individuals how to think like generals, okay? How to think like generals, all right? So this motherfucker Gary hit going 45 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up, right? But there will be a part two because I know I left you, thirsting for more and shit. You know what I mean? But, yeah, this has been a brother Larry Ill. I love you, black people. Listen, man, prepare. Water will be a bargaining tool. It will be as good as cash. Because, listen, when I say they cut off the food, when they cut off the supply line, I mean debit cards, credit cards. Them ATMs will not fucking work. Okay? They will not work. All right? You will not be able to fucking buy nothing. Okay? And cash won't even get you nowhere in that day and time. Alright? Because martial law will be implemented. You know what I mean? And all that type of shit. The motherfucking reserves will be patrolling, especially dense urban populated areas. They will have the area cordoned off, but they can't be everywhere. You need to know that shit. They only gonna cordon off areas in which they feel the masses will move. That's why I say the benefits of moving as an individual or like one or two. But make sure if you do have a partner or two partners, or if it's five of y'all with me, man, at some point y'all gotta have, when we get to this particular place, then we all gonna break up, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody should pretty much know where the fuck they going. And if you get up and if you hook up with a motherfucker that don't know where the fuck they going, you know, that's pretty much clueless, then now you can took on an extra burden and a responsibility, all right, in which will weaken your motherfucking maneuverability and ability to make decisions, you know, that will you know, provide you safety and ensure your survival. You dig what I'm saying? Now, for those who have families, man, you should be schooling your family. Make them sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up, you know, don't talk. You understand what I'm saying? Don't raise no goddamn hands. Just sit the fuck down and pay attention. Give them goddamn pads. Take notes. And at the end, literally have them ask questions. And let them know that stress to them the seriousness. No goddamn clowning around. No little dumbass questions will be tolerated. If you the fucking father of the house, then motherfucker exercise your authority. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much like that. You know? I don't know, you know, and for you guys to buy into that 50-50 shit, I feel sorry for you. Because there ain't no 50-50 in no goddamn relationship. It's kings and queens. It ain't two kings. It ain't two queens. Okay? King trumps queen. Period. You know what I mean? That's not saying the sister ain't got a say in what goes on, but you get the final decision making. Period. It's 60-40 when in any female that deals with me. You know what I mean? Period. You know, shit, 50-50, that's two kings. That's two queens. You know what I mean? Life don't operate that way. It's man, woman. Even if we play cards, goddammit, king trumps queen. Period. And that's the authority of the shit. You know? And a lot of you niggas fell for that bullshit. Fell for that bullshit. And let me tell you something else too. All that, the black woman is a goddess and this, that, and other, and I'm a god. You niggas calling yourself God. You niggas ain't no gods. You men. You mortal men. The sisters ain't nothing but women. You understand that shit? Shit. You ain't no goddamn God. You ain't God. You ain't hard. You ain't gangster. You ain't none of that shit. You can't even fucking get yourself out of the dilemma we in. You can't even deal with this cracker. God. Goddess. You understand that shit? We mortal men. You gotta have reverence and respect for the Godhead, yo. The creator of the universe. Who set the cycles for the stars, the moons, the planets. You can't create shit from nothing. And when I say nothing, I mean using an atom. Just from straight nothing. Because God made that. So anything man creates anything from, or invents anything from, he has to use it with the motherfucking shit that God already created. And only he created all of that stuff from nothingness. Okay? So you need to stop doing that shit. It's blasphemy. Okay? You disrespecting the Godhead. You know, and for you atheists and motherfuckers who still want to subscribe to that bullshit, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you. And that's why you really can't get and move nowhere. You know what I mean? I already know I'm being groomed as a messenger to my people. Well, shit, I pretty much passed that mark a while back. Okay? So, this is Brother Eli Hill. I love you black people. That will be a part two. I won't let you down. Peace.